Visualization helps in every aspect, but your thought has to be clear. There cannot be an if with but. There cannot be, oh, I want to do this, but I know there is so much of problem around it. How can I ever achieve that? No, be very clear. And that's where meditation helps. Yep. Clearing your thoughts, clearing your mind every step of the way.
There is no single day I have not doing this meditation. And I entered into quantum field. And after some time, I was not aware of my body, but I was aware fully of the quantum energy field. As I am somewhere, I am enjoying the field. And so happy being in the field, I was continuing to have the feeling like that without getting aware of my body.
Personally, I'm feeling very calm with myself. The level of anxiety has definitely gone down, and I have become more mindful of what I'm doing. I'm living in the present moment. Even if I'm having tea, I'm enjoying that tea, which I never used to. It was just a part of routine. So I am, having that feeling of living in the present moment. Then suddenly, since last week, I have got that feeling of abundance.
Happy morning and afternoon and a great evening, dear friends. Today, we'll understand the nature of personal reality with six spiritual science laws. Yesterday, we understood about law of consciousness, law of incarnation. Today, we will learn more about the other laws, which will allow us to lead a better and higher understanding of life experiences. As we start with, Sir will be explaining about law of cause and effect. Law of cause and effect is as you sow, we reap. We all understand that. We take up various roles to experience life differently. That's why we never judge or whatever for anyone. I mean, we shouldn't judge whatever they're doing or people judge based on their moral societal laws, which are different than the nature laws. Nature likes everybody has freedom of free will and everybody is conscious. We need to apply this to everyone in all the situations. Just like how law of incarnation translates to taking of different roles, opposite sides often. If I'm murdered in this lifetime, then I may be taking the other side to receive it in the next life. Or if I'm killing animals, I'll be receiving it as an experience in the other lifetime. So similarly, somewhere, sometime, either you regret or when we go back, you look back at the experience in another lifetime. So why do we all come with a plan. So somewhere either we regret or when you go back, you look at the plan and say that, why did I do this? What does it mean to me? Why is this all happening to me? Or why I'm in this place? If I'm in Dubai or wherever we are born, we actually choose to do this. I mean, because of this law. And as you go on to experiencing it, we finally become neutral to the experiences. And law of karma, which further explains or reveals that everything is for an experience and learning. When we have this knowledge, we become equanimous, and nobody is inferior or superior. Right and wrong is coming just from what we know. It's like untouchability was the right 100 years ago, when section of people had different consciousness, and it is untouchability was right for 100 years ago when a section of people had a different consciousness, and it is not anymore now. Just like dowry system was allowed earlier, but not now. All our experiences are only for our personal progress. Nobody wants us to do the same role yesterday. So this brings us the fourth law, which is law of progression. So law of progression, everything is happening to learn something. Always there is no failure. I feel every time we learn, I mean, a student, if he's getting marks, low marks, and for this life, I mean, for this lifetime, then in that case, it's just they're learning. We learn with every situation. It is considered, I mean, it is not considered as a failure. I mean, if he's failing also, it's not considered. He is learning from it. So the same child might have scored 10 marks or might have started his education. So, and the other student must have, who scored 100, he must have, I mean, it's the same way. It's just vice versa. So the progression from no education to getting 30 marks is actually great. This understanding comes only when we see the big picture. If you understand the big picture, you will not consider them as a challenge anymore. We stop judging people. So that's about the fourth law. And fifth law is law of yoga or meditation. Law of yoga acts like a catalyst, or it helps you in your to accelerate the experience of life. So everything happens in a fast pace. Coming to the sixth law, it is law of infinity. Everything is infinite. We all understood that. There are infinite ways of enjoying. How many ways can musicians compose? How many ways can artists draw paintings? I've started painting after, I used to paint at when I was very young. I completely forgot and I lost my, this thing. But recently, because in the life, we actually forget about ourselves. So recently I've started and so I started enjoying, I can basically say that after meditation, many people, I mean, we start developing all these, our passion or our hobbies. So how many, we can, I mean, even if we are cooking, how many ways can you cook pasta or any vegetable, or there are infinite possibilities and ways. So we go on experiencing the infinity. That is the experience of conscious of divine. So Sir will be elaborately explaining these laws after the meditation. So today we will be starting our meditation early, as Sir will be joining a little later after the meditation. So yes, we'll start our meditation. Just whoever is wearing specs or anything, just remove it. Breathe in, observe your natural breath, and clasp your hands. We are doing Ana-Pana-Sati meditation. So yeah, Saima, can you please play the track? We'll go with the meditation, friends. Just observe your breath.
Keep your hands on your chest area. With your eyes closed, rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more. Of that long, relaxing breath. And feel that seat of all emotions. Which is binding all life with its love energy. With its compassion energy. Can you feel the love, compassion, inside your beautiful heart? Relive a moment from your life of love, of compassion. Recollect an event from your life of love, of compassion, and feel more of that love energy, of that compassion energy, and expand that energy field of your heart center. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. Feel that energy going beyond your body or to every corner of this planet Earth. All life is connected deep inside with aspects of energy, intricately connected in this quantum entanglement. Our experience of life multiplies when we become one with each other, when we become one with everything and everybody. Love is the way, compassion is the way, gratitude, appreciation, adventure. one with everything again. Feel. Dear friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. Your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap with your eyes closed. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. In this meditation, we observe our natural rhythm of our own breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation, dear friends. Observe your natural breath. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to observe your gentle, peaceful, natural in-breath and the out-breath. observe our breath. Our mind becomes empty. When the mind is empty, we slowly experience that emptiness, that quantum energy field all around. Be with your breath. Observe your in breath and the out breath. It's natural to have thoughts, and you recognize gently come back to observing the breath. with your breath. Become one with the in-breath and the out-breath, and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as your mind is becoming empty, can you feel any sensations in your body? Be with your breath and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. Allow yourself become one with your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as your mind is empty, can you find that emptiness inside of you, all around you? As you are becoming one with your breath, can you feel any sensations in your body? Can you feel that emptiness all around your body? Allow yourself to merge into your breath. And become one with that emptiness where there is no body, where there is no thing, no one, in no place and no time. This is the time for yourself, dear friends. Allow yourself to invest your attention and energy onto your breath and slowly experience this emptiness of no body, no thing on your left side, on your right side. become aware of that emptiness, of the infinite depth of that emptiness. Spreading far and wide, all around you, beyond your body, beyond your room, beyond this planet, into the edges of this universe. All emptiness is energy. Become aware of that unlimited energy in this quantum field of infinite possibilities and opportunities. Everything that you have ever experienced or will experience is here in this field as energy, waiting to happen into a physical reality with our attention and observation. Stay aware of this emptiness as no body, as no thing, and allow yourself to connect into this energy of healing, of mystic, of miracles, of love, of empowerment, or whatever that you can become aware of. And allow yourself to stay connected to this endless field of all possibilities, this infinite blackness, darkness, void of nobody, of nothing. The longer we stay in this field of unknown, the more you create possibilities into your life. yourself. To merge into this emptiness. Where everything is connected to everything else. This is your greater mind. Go deeper and deeper. Relax your body. Feel your body. Relax yourself and let the autonomous nervous system repair the body. As you relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What have you seen? Who have you become? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes.
Yes, friends. Hope you all had a wonderful meditation. Today we have Vidya Madam, one of our team facilitators. She will be sharing her experience. Welcome, Vidya ma'am. Vidya ma'am has done her PhD in sociology, living in Hyderabad now. She's regularly practicing meditation and also has learned healing methods like Reiki, but also she practices Ana-Pana-Sati meditation every day. So with this, I'll welcome Vidya ma'am. Thank you so much. She'll share her experience.
Yeah, good morning, masters, and good evening, masters. I'm Vidya. I live in Hyderabad. So actually, I want to share how I was before doing this Ana-Pana-Sati meditation and how I am now. So that is the difference I wanted to share with you all. Though I have learned different types of healing modalities and also some kriyas from famous gurus, I used to practice them and suddenly there used to be a break, they used to go down. Again, I learn a new one, then there used to be breakdown. So my practice graph was going like an economic growth. Now, somewhere you reach a peak, then go down. So like that it was to go. But one day I saw in WhatsApp message, this Buddha CEO meditation thing. Then I joined, started practicing it. I felt very nice. Then I joined in the 40 days program. By doing this 40 days program, while I was doing, I reaped a lot of benefits. If I started listening, I started listing them, it will be bigger than a grocery list. That much I can tell. But today I wanted to share one of my experience, which I actually was, I can say, whether I was not suffering, I was living with that situation in my life. I would say for past 8 years. So I had a peculiar situation. What it is, I used to have lot of thoughts. You may say it is very common to everyone, but mine is to come continuously like that. When we watch the TV, there used to be a scrolling that's come below the screen, right? Like that it used to come. I may be doing all work, but this used to come continuously. Not only that, somebody used to tell me, now you go and make the tea, then I'll make the tea. Now said, do this, do this, do this. Somebody used to give a command and I used to do only those things at all. So there was been a situation where I never had any chance what I wanted to have it or to do that one. So things were going a little problematic. Even I thought there is some bigger thing in my own. So I don't know to trace out what was the problem with my own software. So things were going, but I did not also share with my own family members. So life was going like that. But and not only that, I am by nature is an over planning person. So if 5 guests are coming for lunch tomorrow, I used to plan a lot. How much dal I have to put, how much rice I have to take, and how much vegetable and what vessels I will take. Like that, once we plan, it is not once a rehearsal. We used to go 5-6 times in a day. So this is becoming more a repetitive one. I am not able to find out what to do. So when I started practicing the Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, so on 25th day, I can tell, I noticed these thoughts are started coming down gradually. So on one fine day, I came to a point where these thoughts are somewhere disappeared. Not when disappeared, it has probably from the system itself, it has been deleted. I don't know what the process was there. So afterwards, I started focusing now what I want, what I need, and what I have to do the thing. So I am more mindful and aware of my own thoughts, my own doings, my own habits, or even if I am not doing the multitasking, I'm doing only a single task, one at a time. Now my mind is so calm. I am living with the limited thoughts. What is needed only they are coming. What is needed only I am focusing. So this has given me a lot of bliss and more productivity in my life. So now I am also joined as a volunteer in the Buddha CEO. So actually when we interact more and more people with the thing, now I am gaining more knowledge, and also I am sharing my own this thing. So once the thoughts have come down, once those invisible ordering has disappeared, now I am a boss to myself. So this has given me a lot of bliss, and my life has become more interesting and become more curious what I have to do, what I have to think like that. So sum up in one sentence, now I'm having a romantic date with my life every day. So thank you all for listening. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful transformation, I would say. Over planning, yes, we all do. Actually, even I do it. Like, even if any guests or anyone, we all do that. And with meditation, we actually overcome that. Wonderful. And no more multitasking. That's another thing. As ladies, most of us are multitaskers. So, yeah. And you're the boss. That's the wonderful quote, ma'am, to yourself. That's really, thank you so much for sharing, and all the wonderful jobs you're doing in Buddha CEO also, the book clubs, the way you're contributing. So thank you so much. Before Parthasarathi, sir, yes, I will take you. We'll like to share a video, last week memories video. So Simon, can you just play the video, please?
Emotional intelligence is about staying in control of what we are doing without getting deregulated through any circumstance. Emotional intelligence is about that self-love, that you are always respecting, recognizing yourself, that no matter what, you're being right to your conscience. Ultimately, emotional intelligence is about developing that friendship in every aspect of what we do. Meditation in all of this is squarely helping us gain the perfect emotional balance and intelligence.
What meditation means to me is it made me to understand who I am, how to process my emotion, how to get along with everything around me, and how to understand my thought process. So meditation means truth to me.
I tried meditating at least 2-3 times, but sustain it. This is the first time I'm able to sustain continuity, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy that over the 3 weeks, the amount of guidance has come down, and the opportunity to self-explore has increased. I'm feeling more calm, living a moment at a time.
Meditation must lead to a natural mindfulness, to be here and now, to spend my time right now with my child at this moment is mindfulness. To be in the action that we are going through, non-judgmental present moment awareness is mindfulness. So one is to be in the present moment, second is to be non-judgmental. Bhagavad Gita said, Shubha Ashubha Parityagi. That means you are non-judgmental about a situation that you're going through, good or bad, success or failure, low or high.
My relationship with family is a tremendous changes, I can say. Like, my wife was very happy now. Previously, I don't know, like when I go out, like when I come to home, that's how my life was. Usually I will not see my kids like morning when they are going to school. When I wake up, they're gone to school. After meditation, everything has changed.
Some of the biggest takeaways I have from these meditations are definitely in terms of my attitude. I've become more positive as a person. I've loosened up a bit, relaxed quite a lot. And then there is a lot of acceptance and self-love that I have experienced. I've been able to hash out a lot of negative feelings, emotions I had with specific individuals. And a lot of clarity, fearlessness.
I started meditation at my 9th grade. And the very first day I introduced to meditation, and that day I started spreading as well. So I found my purpose and passion in meditation. I got so much. Whatever I do is very small, I believe, because I get so much from meditation.
Beautiful memories. Yes. With this, I would ask Mr. Patsati from Abu Dhabi to kindly unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, all the masters and all the participants, actually. It's always a pleasure, actually, being part of this meditation experience, actually. Like we are hearing from so many people, so many experiences. It gives different insights to us, actually. So it gives the positive side of our life, actually, a clear insight, actually. The world is abundant, actually, with so many opportunities. It may be with both good and bad. But the thing is, we have the power of choosing what we want, good or bad, actually. So this particular great secret, basically, this meditation experience is teaching, actually. So most of the time, we overthink, and I mean, things can pan out in a positive way or negative way, whichever way. There is every chance for both of that. But why to assume that it is going to happen negative? So this particular thing, it's maybe a very simple thing, but this particular thing, basically, meditation teaches, like, that's what always everything look at in a positive way. And that keeps us in a calming situation, actually. Our mental peace is ensured, and this way our anxiety goes off. I mean, these things is not as a lesson I'm telling. I myself, I started feeling it. See, I've been doing this only for the past 45 days or so, this meditation experience. I could see a lot of differences, actually. Now I am much more accommodative. I'm able to appreciate other people's contribution in a better way. I could acknowledge them, actually, what they have done, and the thing is, it has improved my self-confidence levels. And what I understood is, whatever, I mean, I'm thinking positive and hoping for it, giving a try for that, basically, that is what is reflecting back on my life, actually. This I started understanding. It's a gradual process, like things don't happen upside down in a day or so. I understood that as well, and it's a lifelong experience, I believe. To have a wonderful, lasting, sustainable impact of this meditation journey, I understood that this has to be part of my life right through, actually, in a consistent, continuous way, actually. And I started enjoying. The main thing is the involvement. The involvement should not be something which is to be a forced one. Rather, here in this case, even I told in my last experience sharing also, when we went for our trip to Greece also, when the time zones were so much different, getting up 3 o'clock also, it didn't matter for us as long as we could do. Only thing, few days we could not cover it when we were on the cruise, where we had difficulties in getting connected to the internet and other things. Still, we were not ready to part with this meditation. It was so much, I mean, become part of our lives that we started at least playing from the YouTube with the recordings and started doing it in our possible time. So that is how we maintained the continuity. So this much impact it had in our short span of thing only. So it's amazing, beautiful thing. It's very difficult every time to put across everything. Also, it's very difficult. I'm trying my level best to share my experience, whatever it is. It's an amazing journey. It can make a big difference in anyone's life. So, my friends, do continue with it, and this secret share with all your friends, relatives, whoever it is, and it will make a big difference in their life too. So have a very good day, and thank you very much for giving this opportunity to share this experience. I really appreciate it. I'm grateful to Chandraji, Sudha ma'am, and Vani ma'am, everybody basically. And it's a belated thing. I again want to tell that, I could see that lots of ladies make such a big difference in our life. Being an extension of this Mother's Day, basically, I express my gratitude to all the women who made significant sacrifices in making everyone's life really shine. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, sir. Amazing, amazing sharing. The way you said meditation is teaching you to be positive, I think that's really important. It completely changes our, in day-to-day life, I think that's really important. And the way you're accommodating everything in your life now, and how it helped you in boosting your self-confidence. And also, yes, you rightly said, it's a gradual process for sure. It will take some time. I think during Chandra sir's visit, you started your journey, I believe.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. So, yes, sir. So, even on your vacation, you made it. That's really something. I can see the impact what it has made on you, sir. That's wonderful. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, sir. So, friends, Chandra sir is actually, yes, he joined. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'll hand it over to Chandra sir.
Okay. That's great. While I get to fix my light here a little bit. Great to hear the experience that I was there on YouTube, listening to Vidya madam, and then of course Pathasadi garu. Wonderful. Overthinking, over planning. We instantly drop. Over a period, of course we drop, but then it's happening. And so then we become free. So nice to hear. Right? All small things. That's why we're always saying meditation is changing my life. It's in many ways, it's difficult to quantify, right? We are losing words to say in which ways it is changed, but in many ways it's changing our life. So thank you so much, madam. And then we have some masters here who are, I'm here today, Vani and I are here in Raleigh. And the beauty is today, with a group of masters here, they took us to a forest and want to build a pyramid. And so we just did a session with this group of masters here and in a forest, and then they have bought land. And so they want to build a center, physical center, something that I've been talking about this week, to come together. The ashrams that allow us to come together and share the space and energy, intensify practice.
So we'll definitely listen from these masters. I was curiously surprised that again, with us he was reached many. And so I do come across a master here called Spurti. Incidentally, I'm in her home and she is hosting us for dinner. And only after coming here that I knew that she is also attending our programs. And so we'll also listen from her. We were continuing from yesterday. I wanted to complete this concept of the 6 spiritual science laws. Where yesterday we covered 3. Can anybody tell what are those laws, if you remember? You can type in the chat. The 6 spiritual science laws, and very important to, if you understand them and if you investigate them, then you would readily have answers to everything. There'll no longer be a question of why me and why this is happening. We'll get a perfect answer to why the war is there. Good and bad is a conclusion that we come to based on our understanding. So the 6 spiritual science laws we're talking about, yes, I'm here seeing law of, yes, so there are law of attraction, no, not law of attraction, okay? So first is law of consciousness. Everything exists as energy, energy to matter, energy to some creation, some life forms, and then they go back. Second thing, when we said the life forms are coming and going, we call it reincarnation. A reincarnation is where we are experiencing life in many ways, and so we are taking different types of births in a rural area, an urban area, as a Hindu, as a Muslim, and something that in the whole lifetime generally does not change. As a farmer in some remote place, or as a highly academician in some urban area, things that do not change, that for in a lifetime, but then gives us completely different contrasting experience, right? Contrasting experience. And that is the second one, law of reincarnation. So we come, we take an experience, we do an experience, and we go back. The third thing that we said is law of cause and effect. That means depending on what, in a role that you've taken, depending on what you do is what your consequences that you are gaining. Because cause and effect is saying for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So there is what you think is what you create. And so there is a cause and effect is there. And so it is also popularly called as law of karma, and this is telling us that we are taking merely roles, we are merely attracting different experiences based on how we think and feel once we are here in a role. Once we are here in a role, we are causing things to happen to us based on how we think and feel. Reincarnation is something we decide and come, and cause and effect is something that once you're here, and then how we are executing to the plan that we come with, and how we change the plan based on how we think and feel. Law of cause and effect. And so I could be in a beggar role, I could be a prince role, prince and pauper. And a prince role, I'm supposed to do certain things. Am I executing to that? Am I doing it? Or am I become a good prince if that's how I wanted? I don't know, I got pulled through the Maya, or through the illusions, or through the attachments. Then I suddenly started doing things differently than what I planned. And so if I do different things, and then I'd say not so good things, and then so there is an adequate amount of suffering that is being caused to others. And so then at some point I would regret about it. Or I go back and look at and say, hey, what did I go for? And then what role I wanted to play? I wanted to play a prince role, but I ended up I wanted to play a good prince role, ended up playing a bad prince role. And so why did I do it? Where did I deviate and say, okay, now let me go back and experience what it feels like on the other side when I caused so much harm, because you fundamentally wanted to, every time is an experience, inclusive experience. And so we go and then take another experience in the exact opposite sense. Law of cause and effect is constantly causing us to experience the opposites. In many ways, you can understand it, law of cause and effect, but it is there to say that we have a role, and then we instead playing the role exactly, and if we don't play the role exactly, instead we get deviated, distracted through various push and pull of the environment to what we call the Maya, the illusion of the glamour, illusion of this attachment, illusion of fanaticism, vanity, many of them. Fanaticism is separating things. Fanatic is what? My company is great, my community is great, my this is great, my that is great. He's separating things. Everything is my. So we separate us from somebody else, saying that I'm more superior, I'm more special. These can be there temporarily to experience something, but they need to be dropped. So we need to understand it. They need to be dropped. Now, but we don't know that they're temporary. The experience is temporary. We don't know. So initially, we are under this, without knowing, we're experiencing life in many ways. So law of karma is, you're taking different roles and then experiencing. If you did not fulfill your role properly, your director is there, and then you've taken an actor role, and then you're trying to do that. And then if you don't do it well, there'll be a second take and a third take and a fourth take and a fifth take until you become right and exactly. So that's exactly what happens. We keep coming back to doing the same again and again. Now, the fourth one in spiritual science is talking about the law of constant progression. That is saying that whatever we do, we're always progressing. There is no regression. We don't regress. There is always a progress. It's as natural as when a child is born, child must go into a youthful stage, an adolescent stage, to the youthful stage, to the old age. Everything is happening. It's a progress, is natural. You can't stop. A plant will grow to the tree. You can't stop. There is a progression, no matter what. When we are in first grade, we'll go to the second, to the third, and the fourth. Maybe I do first grade 2 times, 3 times, doesn't matter. But we'll go to the second, third, and fourth. It's happening. So everything we do, we're progressing. So this whole concept of failure that we're branding, because we don't understand a bigger picture, so we start in a limited time frame, we say you failed or succeeded. Because we got this time scale. And then in the time scale, we've got some measures and say, yeah, you're a failure. But we have to understand that, if I'm an entrepreneur and then if I fail first time in a business, we know this. I mean, in a business, wisdom is there, that the failures are stepping stone for success, and every failure is a way you know what not to do the next time. Every failure is a way we learn what not to do the next time, which means you're only getting better. So there's only success, there's only progression. And if somebody who just managed 30 marks, and let's say your system is asking us to do minimum 40 marks to say that you're passed, and we get 30, then we say you're a failure. But the reality is that person maybe did not even study in a previous lifetime. And so now is able to manage 30 marks, which means progression. Since we don't have the time scale to go back and then we brand and say, hey, you're a failure, you have to go back and restudy. This is, you do a second time, so to improve, right? And so law of constant progression is saying that no matter what, with every experience, we are getting better. So there's no regression. So we can understand this. Any challenge that is coming is only helping us to get better. And so we are only improving ourselves. Never a lower experience. With each experience, we are only improving, we are becoming wiser. That's why even Bhagavad Gita said, instead of doing nothing, do something always. Instead of akarma, karma is always better. Of course, then it goes to the next step and saying, when you're doing karma, do it without attaching to the results. First, we must do something always, because in that something, by doing something, we gain experience, and so we get better. We gain experience, so we become a little more wiser, more wiser, more wiser. Everything is about experience, and everything is about learning. So every experience is teaching us learning. So when you have learning, then we become wiser, my friends. So that is law of constant progression. Always we are progressing. Then the fifth thing is law of meditation or yoga, which is here, is saying that the moment you introduce meditation into a life, the moment we understand meditation, that means we understand that we are not the body, or we are larger than the body. That awareness which is driving us through this body, through this mind. That awareness is driving, and we are recognizing that we are emptiness here, really emptiness, and then everything we experience is temporary. Through our thought and feeling we create, and then we withdraw. When we withdraw our attention, that disappears. And so we recognize that everything is a temporary experience. So we become truly aware that what I am going through is for an experience. Until before you got introduced to the law of yoga, law of meditation, you're not aware that what you're doing is not real. We think that life is real. We go through life, attachments, so many things, everything is so there. Okay, this is only life, my wife, my husband, my company, my property, all that we go through, thinking that all things are only body material. But the moment you come to law of yoga meditation, then first time you start understanding that I'm really creating an experience for just to have an experience of having something there to feel, to know more about myself. So we experience it. So law of yoga meditation, when it comes in, then the moment we understand that I have an experience, it acts as a catalyst to experience more. Because we don't get attached to something, we don't get fixated on something, we don't get stuck up in a comfort zone, and then so limit our experiences. When meditation comes into our life, then we start recognizing that it is a temporary experience. I don't need to go. And we recognize that there is any amount of experience to do, so we don't get fixated on a specific idea, specific notion. I have acquired this house and say, oh, this house is my life. And so we don't even think of wanting to live another beautiful house which is there readily available for rent, and say, no, I cannot go beyond my own house. And so we got this fixed boundary. My own house. What is my own house? When we recognize there is a temporary experience, and your house, my house is all the same. When you recognize through meditation that you and I are same, so your house, my house are all the same. Why not? Enjoy there. Wherever beauty is there, enjoy it. So we go around more of seeking different experiences. So that means yoga, meditation, when it comes to yoga, is yoga chitta nirodha, means meditation, not the hatha yoga. When you have this meditation in life, it acts as a catalyst to do things faster, to experience more things. Catalyst. Anything that we want to experience will happen faster. Our thoughts create reality. We are so impeccable in our thinking, so much attention through our meditation that things happen into our lives faster. People say, yeah, I just thought about, I'm thinking about you, call me. Yesterday when I was thinking I must go to the restaurant, and today, right now, here I got this invitation to be in this restaurant. Last month I thought about I must go and do some vacation, and already my husband didn't even know that he planned. So things are happening miraculously because meditation is increasing our attention in many, many ways. So it's a catalyst. A catalyst job is what in chemistry is to accelerate things. So with full awareness, thinking, knowing that whatever we're going through is a temporary experience, we stay detached. We participate, but don't get attached. We participate. It's not that we are withdrawing from life. Yes, we're actively participating in life, but however, not attached to an experience. So that means we allow ourselves to have more. And we allow ourselves to have a much more expansive, bigger and better. We were thinking limited before, now we think unlimited, we think more. So law of yoga is about accelerating things in life. It is setting up for us to experience any amount. And the last one is law of infinity, dear friends, is to say that there is infinity to learn, there is infinity to experience, and infinity to do. So when we are there, when meditation helps us to set, it sets up the foundation, then only thing left is infinity. That's you go on and on and on and on. And knowing more about yourself by exploring more about this unlimited. You recognize that there's no limit. If you decide to change the world, or if you decide to travel around the world, I mean, basically, whatever that you think you want to do, you start putting your attention on it comes. If you decide to know really is a life after death exists, you'll know it. If you decide to know that is there life on other planets, you can get to know. That's why we find there are so many channels, so much wisdom is coming there in many aspects, and the books are being written. People having so many subjective experiences. Where do they get it? Because they're putting their attention on it, they're able to get it. So law of infinity is saying that we experience life in many infinite ways, and so then we are going after various experiences. And then along the way, we recognize that our experience is a lot more meaningful, more and more. Very soon, we realize and recognize that, okay, whatever that I do for myself is good, but the moment I start doing for others is a lot more fulfilling and satisfied. So we go there pretty quickly, very quickly. About me versus infinity of everything is many more. For me, if it is this much, and then I know that if there are a billion people here, and then to do for a billion people, there are many more experience that I can gain, and so I'm much more happy. So they start helping others automatically, because there is infinite of experience can be had. The law of infinity is to experience that infinite. So learn. We do not stop learning. Meditation keeps us open, so continuously learn. And the more we learn, the more we experience. So friends, when we recognize, when we understand the 6 spiritual science laws, and so then we have answers to everything. My suffering, because it's no longer a physical experience. Oh, my whole life I've been very disciplined. I've been just always following a fixed diet regime. And then so, but why is this happening to me suddenly? There's no answer to it. If we just only see ourselves only as a physical being, starting from say 1960 to from 2040, in those 60 years, if you've been very fixed, really disciplined, but still got something, and they don't have an answer. Why? Because we're not looking at what happened before. What was my pre-incarnation about? What kind of things I did? What did I decide to do in my next one? If you don't look at it, then we feel like, oh, there's no answer. Suddenly things happen, something is created, something is happening to us, and we give up. But we don't have to give up. We perfectly understand. It's not necessary that we look into our past. Only by having this knowledge that, okay, so it is coming from the past, but then I can make the most from here that I can change. Then we can really start changing things for us, if we so wish. So thank you very much for joining, and I'd like to I'd like to introduce and then hear from a couple of masters here who have been wanting to contribute to this place here in Raleigh. And even though very few meditators that we may see here, but then they have this urge to create a center, an energy place, a meditation place that they want to create. So let's do with Spurti Madam, who is here, who I'm surprised that she's also practicing. Madam, so please tell us your experience.
About my meditation experience.
Yes, your meditation.
Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you all. I have been practicing meditation.
Introduce yourself, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm Spurti. Currently I'm working as a Scrum Master. So I have been working in IT industry for quite like 10 years. So I have been working in different roles, wearing different hats like Agile Coach, RT and Scrum Master. So currently I'm kind of working for Cigna company. On coming to my meditation experience, or when I traveled to US, kind of traveled to US in 2013 through my company via H-1B visa. And from then onwards, I have been staying over here. and I have been practicing my meditation from like 2 to 3 years on and off, but from 2 years I have been practicing very regularly. And I have been listening to Buddha's CEOs, and I have been attending that 41 days classes as well from like 1.5 years ago. And I have been going through the videos, and it was really encouraging, especially the techniques that have been gone through, and the structure and the agenda, the way it was coming up from Buddha CEO's classes was really amazing. It was really kind of helpful for me. Of course, meditation, as you all know, it kind of calmed me and helped me both professionally and personally a lot. I have had some health issues like with sinus and all, and it really helped a lot in that, because the medical water treatment I had gone through, it didn't cure permanently. So finally, through meditation, I was able to cope up with that, and I got control about it. That's when I realized that we can create our own reality, whatever it is, right? Because I have got that sinus through my parents and through genetics, whatever, but I was able to cope up with that. Obviously, I applied the concepts of you create your own reality, and the concepts of like, of course, Chandra sir, whatever had gone through in that, Joey Dispenza's concepts as well in the quantum physics, you can grab and do whatever you want. So that really helped me in my medical stuff. And then coming to professionally, of course, as an agile coach, I had to face so many challenges professionally, because I had to coach multiple teams to transfer their methodology. There was so much resistance from the team members, and there were so many challenges. So it really helped me to think from their perspective as well, and being, present moment. And I kind of really tackle that in a different way than I used to do before meditation, I would say. Generally without judgment, right? I mean, I used to hear out exactly what's their concern is, but before meditation, it was in a different way. Generally, we used to be like, yeah, this is what we are, we got the direction from the leadership, and this is what you have to follow. That used to be like top-down approach, but coming through the meditation, it completely went to a like bottom-up approach. I was able to hear multiple folks' perspective in a different way, and that's where I used to coach a lot to multiple folks. So definitely focus got increased, and anger management, I used to get a control of it, and it helped me to be in a present moment. So it really helped me a lot. So.
Oh, nice. Top-down approach to bottom-up approach with change. Nice, isn't it? Which means we are a lot more considerate, and so you're finding solutions to every individual's concerns, as opposed to saying, hey, no time, just do it. This is the way leadership has given us, and then do it. So wonderful that just that amount of concern is sufficient. And now half the problem is solved when you listen to somebody's challenges. Half of it is solved. By giving and lending an ear to somebody, that art of listening, we talked about emotional intelligence, that we become great listeners. When we become great listeners, and automatically we are making people feel comfortable. That okay, somebody is there, they're empathetic, they're just, and then if you let people just express themselves, half of it is done. They're free. You don't even have to give a solution. The solution is to just listen it out. And then make them be inclusive in a part. And so ultimately the solution would be no problem, I'll do what you want, but at least they understand it. So that's wonderful, Spurti madam, to be here. Thank you. You got a beautiful room here. She set up a nice room. Every home must have. What I'm seeing is that every home in the front, there's one room allocated. If you cannot build a pyramid or a meditation separately center, then every room is like in here. Now again, this is part of a pyramid. I'm sitting at a pyramid here, right? I think maybe I can show you the top of it. So there is a pyramid which goes on. It's a big pyramid. It's a copper pyramid. I'm sitting here. And there's a Buddha here. So there is a bunch of meditation seats here on the left side and right side. So you can sit down and then nicely make it. It's a space. At the end of the day, Buddha Siva's Zoom also is just a space, right? We are coming here and then we are enabling a space for all of us to come together, meditate and go. So everywhere they made their own paper pyramids. They didn't wait for saying that I'm here, I don't have it, I don't have access. But then they just caught on the concept.
created their own pyramids, easy, and then put it up, and then a nice room is made, sacred space. And so you yourself enjoy your meditation every day in there. And then every visitor comes to your home, sadly, the curiosity is sparked. What is it? And then you're doing a great service by introducing meditation that way. All right. All right. So thank you.
Sir,
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'll let you go because I know your guests at home to take care. Yes. Before we conclude, I think I wanted Madhuri, but Ravi, if Ravi is there, please come. Jagdish sir, a few things about what we've been hearing. How is the sessions going?
Yeah, it's very good actually. See, since you're talking about spirituality and spiritual science, I would like to share something about what it has been to me and how meditation has also changed my own attitudes towards spiritual science. See, when I began reading about these things, you see, when thinking itself started, which was called philosophy, which still you can see in the Vedic readings, there was no separation between something called philosophy, metaphysics, spiritual science, and physical science. They're all one. But like Will Durant said in his book on the story of philosophy, philosophy ran away from the battlefronts of truth, and hid itself in recondite lakes, safe and secure from the trials and tribulations of human life. Because it got scared how to solve these problems in real life and ran away, he says, from this. So what happened led to, from my point of view, there is the universe governed by physical laws, its own physical laws, which ultimately, when it comes to our own solar system, Kepler came up with its laws, and then it was governed certain laws there. And on this side, we had our material life, our human life, the beings at Earth, which governed by its own laws, governed by Newton's laws, etc. Both are physics. Until, of course, quantum physics came and tried to say there was a link between these two kinds of laws, but the universe as well as these laws. But we looked at it separately. There were certain physical laws governing the universe, physical laws governing our human being, so on and so forth. Then, so when I started reading spiritual, it's more through what I thought were self-help books. So self-help books by basically try to tell you how to manage your own life in better, how to conquer your problems, how to handle your problems. But then later on, slowly I realized many of these what I thought were self-help books were actually books on spirituality. Starting from people like Scott Peck. In fact, Scott Peck's one not wrote lesson. There's another book called The World Waiting to be Born, which is all about how we think and create the world, so on and so forth. And so on. Slowly we found there is a relationship. Then, particularly after the meditation, when I began to think more, I realized, yes, actually, this thing called self-help, how we live our lives, how should we control how we can create a life, how can we manage it, is actually in the realm of spiritual side. Because earlier, I thought the concept of the difference between the laws of the universe and the laws of the human being was that spiritual science could connect these two, tell you where these laws work within the laws of the universe, where we stood in relation to the universe. And fortunately, because of the meditation which I started much earlier, this kind of awareness came into being. And today I'm in a position to say, hey, there's no difference between how you manage your life, the science that you read, you know about, whether it includes social science or psychology. And the other hand, you talk about philosophy or spiritual science, they're all both the same. It ultimately blends in trying to help you. And that is where this awareness is created by this concept of meditation, because this is where we start contemplating. We start contemplating without any bias. And that I think is very important in meditation. When we start contemplating, this awareness without bias comes. In fact, which Nathaniel Branden says, self-esteem is created only through awareness. And what else do you need other than self-esteem to lead your life? And this is what I would like to stop with. And as I keep listening to more and more experience, this particular part of how spiritual science is nothing but connecting your life with the universe is what I'm learning as we look at all the experience, this kind of blending, etc. And I think it's been a wonderful journey for me. I continue to learn, but sometimes I wonder, should I learn any more? Where is it going to take me? How will it help me? But the journey is beautiful. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jagdish sir. Always powerful wisdom that you share. Please come over, share. Everything is interconnected. Nothing is separate. When I first learned this, spiritual science is the root science of everything. Because spiritual science is talking about that infinity, the consciousness, which is everything. Now we understand through quantum physics too, right? So it made perfect sense because all sciences originated from it. If spiritual science is talking about consciousness, then everything has to be part of it, right? Everything. Medical, biology, chemistry, psychology. If you just understand that point, I think then we make a great connection. The spiritual science is the root, and there is the mother of all sciences. And with meditation is a gateway towards that. Meditation is a gateway to understanding this whole concept, the idea of the notion of spiritual science, which is explaining the science of invisible. Yes. So
we'll speak first and I'll go. I'll start to Charlotte. I have to go to Charlotte.
Okay.
First I will speak.
So we have a couple of masters here. Some of you might have attended programs by Uma Mahesh, Master Uma Mahesh, Prakriti Uma Mahesh. He's been journeying with Patriji for a long time. And as a boy, he started as a student and inspired many, many people. Then he got into IT because he wanted to introduce this to many places. So he happened to become relocated to US. We cannot do this work. We all find ways of showing up where we want to show up so that we can do this work. So he's here. And then I thought we'll take a message or his core of expertise from his sessions. He himself, otherwise, has probably taught meditation to many, many thousands, because doing it for 25, thousands and thousands, not a few. In Andhra, in various places of India. I'm now here. Yes.
Yeah. Hello all. My name is Prakriti Uma Mahesh. I started this meditations in 1994 when I was doing BTech first year in Kurnool. So since then I've been traveling with Patri sir. Before that, before meditation, my life was by chance. After meditation, what I got is my life became my choice. I became my master of my own life. Earlier, I used to think that somebody has created my life and something is happening by chance. Now, whatever is in my life, that is completely 100% my own choice. Now I am here in US. That is also my choice. Every aspect, every minute, every aspect, everything, whatever is happening, became my own choice. Even my happiness, my inner bliss, my inner self, my inner state is also my choice. So the first and the best benefit I got out of meditation is choiceful life and blissful life. These two things I've been living because of meditation, because of the great guidance of Patriji. And I've been brought up by Patriji. As sir already told, I came in a very young age at 17 years, now 44. My entire life is built and guided, and everything is through Patriji. It is all blessing of Patriji. We'll meet again. We'll talk again. Thank you very much, sir.
Beautiful. Everything is by your own choice. There cannot be more empowering statement than that. So thank you. Thank you, sir. I know you have to drive to Charlotte.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Right. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Yes. And we have another master here with me. I think it's great to hear the perspective. Like yesterday, we heard in a few words, everyone said this is what it means to me. Meditation means different things to different people. So here, Ravi, who happens to be also my sister's son, we've been journeying together and they worked in companies together, and he's been a core instrumental IT architect at Sanofi, a company which got acquired by IBM, which enabled me to do many things. So that way he played a key role in my dreams. But otherwise, a fairly independent master by himself in carrying a lot of meditation work here at Raleigh, North Carolina. And he was in Dubai before. They did a lot of work there. And so that might have been not aware. Of course, we got connected only now. By then, he had already moved on to US. Yes, Ravi, your brief experience. Come here, let me share.
Hi, everybody. Myself is Ravi Kumar Malla. Okay, it's not so clear. Okay, it looks clear. Yeah, myself is Ravi Kumar Malla. I've been associated with this PSSM from last 20 years. So I got into this spiritual path in 2002. When a major incident happened in my, in life, I had an accident in 2002 when I was coming back from college. A big accident, not a small accident. Definitely is a pretty big accident. So where life-threatening accident, where doctor gave the internal bleeding was happening after the accident. So doctor said, hey, there is a high possibility this guy, may survive or may not survive. Number one. Number two is, and again, there were 11 places bones were broken, and so many things happened. Right? Means it's a pretty big accident. That's fine. So family by the time, is a meditation already. The family members were doing meditation. So they said, okay, fine. Let us put more energies instead of showing sympathetic way, right? So people around me, they started doing meditation. So okay, fine. After 36 years, I came into consciousness.
36 days.
36 hours. Sorry, 36 hours.
36 hours you came to consciousness.
Yeah. I was in completely unconscious state, right, due to the accident. So then 36 hours, I came out. Then I also understood the reality. A lot of questions came into picture. Everything was going good. I did my BTech, so looking for higher studies. Suddenly things have changed. So I was questioning myself, why it happened. There were so many vehicles were passing on the road that day, but why it happened to my my vehicle, and why all my dreams, what I thought is, now things are changing. So that's where I started my journey into the spirituality. So that time there another master, Gopal Krishna, some of you may know him. So he's also my another uncle. He came and said, okay, fine, what happened is happened. Now you start doing the meditation for quicker recovery and, read some spiritual books. He suggested, okay, I thought, okay, fine. Anyway, there's nothing to do. Just I was in the bed, right? So even I can't walk. I can't even sit that time because the situation was so bad. I accepted, okay, fine. Now I understood the reality. Okay, let us give a shot. Because I want to recover quicker. I don't want to just, stay there in the hospital for quite long. I did meditation, heavy meditation. Until then, I know the meditation, but not much. I never used to do that much. So I started doing meditation. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, 4. It went until 12, 13 hours per day. Along with that, I started reading books. And I read around 20 to 30 spiritual books during that, in the hospital at the same time, Surprisingly, my recovery, right? The health recovery, it was so fast. I mean, it surprised even the doctors. So the doctors thought, they told actually there is a possibility he may get, into disability. Number one, it may take 6 to 8 months. Those things, all those things were probably, due to, I feel these meditation, which I did, and the books, what I read, the knowledge, what I got, right? These all things helped me to recover in 2 months instead of 6 months, right? And with zero disability and all that stuff. That is where I started my entire spiritual journey in 2002. Means until then I know the concept, but I didn't really apply it. I didn't listen to the family members who did the meditation, right? But again, this is where I understood the importance of the meditation, how it impacts the health and the recovery, the knowledge and all. After that, there are so many occasions, this particular meditation knowledge or meditation helped in various aspects, right? Not in the professional way, or a lot of problems, whatever I get in the in my work, I get answers in the meditation. So like a lot of benefits in various angles. So
what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I think, yeah, I got the fruits. So last 20 years, I've been sharing the knowledge with the friends and others. I think now we are planning to build a pyramid here, me and a couple of friends, right? So they also got benefits. So we all putting our efforts towards building a big pyramid here, because pyramid really helps a lot for quicker, it enhances, as we know, that it enhances the speed of recovery, or, the energies and all those things. So we want to help the mankind to here too. So we are putting efforts to build a pyramid here, and hopefully we'll see in 2022 or 23. That's what we are pushing ourselves.
Okay. We help ourselves before help others. But wonderful meditation, helping quick recovery. Meditation helping avoid disability. I knew as uncle, this is basically my sister's son, I knew how serious an accident was. I think a lorry hit you, right?
Yeah.
A lorry came and hit him on the bike, so all kinds of stuff, right? It's a classic recovery case that we hear in You Are the Placebo of Dr. Joe Dispenza, with multiple fractures and everything, that where they said it could get into disability forever and all that. So it was a serious situation like that, but on the bed, and then he had to literally be on the bed, cannot move, do nothing. And but then he literally did what he said, meditate for 6, 8, 9, 10 hours. People who have serious illnesses must go deep into it. 40 minutes, 30 minutes, before we even get in, we're coming out of it, right? Our body, when it goes into the theta delta states, is gaining fundamentally, is altering the structure of the body as we go into those wave states. So you must constantly spend adequate time in those deeper states to rejuvenate, repair, right? The science is there, but we have to apply it long enough. So thank you, Ravi, and we wish you all the very best in this beautiful project that you and Nagaraj and here, Rameshji, and these are the 3 people who are initiating this project to today I went in, it's like a deep forest. Hopefully we'll share some pictures of it. It's like a deep forest. But the master Nagaraj who bought this land, and so they have this dream that we must somehow get a pyramid there, and then so that we have a space that they can come together and meditate. Yes, sir, your brief experience before we conclude the session today. How is meditation helping you?
So like I was telling earlier, Chandra sir, what I use meditation for is a tool for me to be successful in my professional journey. So a little bit of myself, like I work as an agile coach, and basically all my conversation, I usually deal with C-suites or high-level managers, right? So when I get into calls in front of folks like that, talking to them about change, especially agile and waterfall, is very, very hard. And on top of it, some kind of anxieties which we have, maybe I'm not good at communication. I don't talk in American accent, right? Sometimes, okay, I don't look like other people do in my agile community, right? We have a lot of other folks. So when I was getting into these calls, sometimes I was getting worried. And that's where after meeting with Ravi and all, I started using meditation as a tool. So whenever I have like big training coming, like last week, I went for a 3-day training in which I was supposed to be standing in front of a crowd of 30 people and continuously talk for, say, 24 hours, right, in those times. So what I do is I use meditation to ground myself. I use it as a tool so I can get into a state of calmness, totally ground myself, and get into a state wherein I can say, okay, I'm going and speaking in front of my friends. No need to worry about it. You are going to be in a safe environment and everybody is going to be there. They'll listen to you. So that is where it is helping me a lot to gain that success in my professional career, and especially the field where I'm at, right? That I meditate for like 5 minutes before getting to any crucial calls. I end my previous meeting at 12:55, say. If I'm meeting at 1, I meditate for 5 minutes and then I attend those crucial calls. So though I don't sit for a long time, I do it multiple times every day just to ensure that I'm in that positive frame of mind for all the work which I do. And definitely I'm going to build on it in future and meditate for more and more time.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Meditate for a few minutes before we do any important decisions, important meetings, important steps. All of us. And then how do we get it? We don't have awareness if we didn't have meditation. Meditation brings that awareness so that as you're walking into the room, suddenly it comes to you, hey, just think good. Realize about how the outcome is. And so you walk in and then you have a different outcome just by having that energy. Constructing that outcome of the meeting and energy template, the core technique of manifestation, right? Something that you're doing, knowingly and unknowingly, and you just have it. Because meditation brings the presence of mind, and so then it gives us an opportunity to, in that second, instantaneously change the outcome by having that thought, right? So thank you so much, Ramesh Garu, for this beautiful. I'm just trying to see here. My camera is on so much, right? Okay, so friends, and it's always lovely to hear various viewpoints and various experiences people have been. There is many more people who practice in meditation than we know. That is for sure, right? And we're glad we are on to it. Regularity is important, and then the more we are in with it, the more we gain from it, right? It's like that Amrut Bandhar. So the more we are with meditation, the more we gain. And with that, we'll see you back again at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Sudha Madam, any announcements? And please close.
Wonderful sharing, sir. And we have announcements. This week, we have sent the quiz to your emails. Whoever has opted for certification, kindly respond and send it back in 2 days. Sorry. Next week, Vidya 3. It's a 3-week program, which is starting on May 16. It's specially designed for youth and graduating students. So please register and do forward to your family and friends. It is in the evening time. It starts at 6:30, so you can enroll, and you can encourage your kids also to participate. Yeah, thank you so much. With this, yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me.
Thank you, friends, for joining, and we'll see you all tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much.